Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, ba-dum-bum-bum, dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. This is my theme music right here. Ba-dum-bum, bum-bum-bum, bo-bo-bum-bum-bum, bo-bo-bum-bum, bo-bo-bum-bum, bum-bum-bum, ba-ba-bum, 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 boom. Welcome to the Peace Baby podcast. My name is Kim Joyce. That's right, Kim Joyce Music, aka OG Kimmy. I would love to welcome you. I'm loving to welcome you to the very first official episode. Like I talk on here from time to time. I give my opinion from time to time, but this is officially my very first episode. So I would like to welcome you. Um, And I got a very exciting topic that we want to touch base on today. And it is, man, 20 things that I would tell my 20-year-old self. If I knew what I know now, I'll probably rule the world. I'll probably, have already been president, two termed, one MVP in the NBA. Probably would have wrestled an alligator. You know what I'm saying? Tackled a Tyrannosaurus Rex. That kind of lifestyle. You know how they have the world's most, what is it, craziest? It's Dos Equis beer. The world's greatest or the world's most interesting man. I would definitely be the world's most interesting woman if I knew then what I know now. So we're going to get into it, man. This is going to be very helpful if you're in your 20s. If you're not even 20 years old yet, if you are 56 years old, this is going to be helpful. So I'm excited to get this bad boy rolling. Now, you know what would be really dope? And I'm going to have it for my next podcast. I got my mic stand and I was going to put my mic up here, but my thingamajiggy doesn't fit. Oh, shit. Yeah, my thingamajiggy doesn't fit. It's too loose. It's been on too many mic stands. It's a loosey goosey. My mic stand holder. Otherwise, I would have rocked it like this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I still can. Can I? It's what we call nigger rig. How would they know? Like if I didn't say anything, how would they know? They wouldn't know at all. Um, let's get comfortable. Make it get a little more comfortable. So yeah, very exciting show today. So this is a big, big, big episode. First episode and first official episode. Amazing, crazy, valuable nuggets in here. And as well, I'm gonna do a shout out, man. I've been waiting to pop this for so long. This is Curious number 3. This is a non-liquor cocktail. That's right. It sober. You know what I'm saying? So if you're sober for life, this is good. If you are sober for just this week until the weekend, you can rock this hat and you could drink this still during the week. If it's the weekend and you're watching the game with the homies and you don't want to feel left out, you go ahead and pop this open. Make sure you know what I'm saying, put the hat on too. If you are at the bar and you are drunk as a skunk, you can still get this. You can still rock the hat. You know what I mean? Nobody's judging you. It's just another option. So I've been waiting. This is the last one I had. Want to shout out, man, Curious Elixirs, man. This is pretty dope. But yeah, I killed like all these. This is my favorite one because it got ashwagandha in it. And I'm also taking like the ashwagandha droplets. I don't even know how much of the droplet you're supposed to be taking. I just be just a squirting it in my mouth. Somewhere I'm gonna have to figure out like the actual, like what is one serving size. But I'm not gonna lie, man. Ashwagandha definitely, like, I feel like I felt something. Whether it's like I felt something like relaxing or if it's a placebo effect, I'm in there like swimwear. I'm all for it. So I've been waiting to pop this. We're gonna pop this right now, just so I could quench the thirst. It's raining outside. You feel that mood? Like it feels good right now. Mm, it's an acquired taste, but I'm all for it. But I did definitely, I definitely recommend you guys to try it out. So we're gonna get started. Nonetheless, we're gonna get started with 20 things that I would tell my 20-year-old self. Shit, 20 things I would tell a 80-year-old if they feel like they not living life you know what I'm saying, up to their potential. All right, so we're gonna get started right now. I made a list, and I made a list a while ago. So as I'm reading this, it's gonna be like coming to me for the first time, which I'm excited about. All right, y'all. Now, here's the list. I know I look like I am 22 years old. You know, I'll take the compliments. I'm 41, you know, and I've lived a very exciting life. You know, played sports all throughout life. I, went to eclectic schools from like a very high end, um, like private school where I was like one of the only few blacks there. But also played, AAU ball and like, you know what I'm saying, all black, super blackety black teams. You know, my dad's a pastor. I went to Ohio State. I got an econ degree. I'm gay. You know, I got a wife, I got a baby, I do music. I've had jobs under the sun, all many jobs from being a waitress. You know, that's why I think you got to know how to tip. Sometimes you got to be a waitress so you can know how to motherfucking tip a waitress. But I've been waitress to mortgage banker to collection agent to, you know what I'm saying, like construction. I've done a lot of things, so I feel like this is a good all encompass list for you guys. All right. Without further ado, 20 things I would tell my 20-year-old self. Number one, get in the best shape of your life. Like, you got to appreciate life. You got to appreciate what you got. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, it's going to be a time where you ain't really going to be able to move how you want to move. And you're going to have to work even harder to get in the best shape of your life. So you might as well take advantage of that youthfulness and be the best you. You know what I'm saying? Why not be as sharp as a motherfucking chef's knife? You know? Like, don't get lazy, stay sharp. And so as when you get older, it's not something that you have to learn. It's gonna be like muscle memory. It's gonna be part of your identity and who you are. And plus, the better you are in shape, man, I feel like the better you are in any of your endeavors. Okay, off rip. So definitely get into the best shape of your life and take that seriously, because it's not just about getting into shape, but I mean it also, why not look good? Like, not saying that you can't look good, you know what I'm saying, being thicker than a snicker, but if you can be a Greek statue, why not be that? You know what I'm saying? At least once in your life. And that's a beautiful time because, like I said, it doesn't take as much effort. You got a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? You're probably going to be maybe going out kicking in the party. You're going to look like A1. You're going to look like top 1%. So you might as well do that. So I definitely would say, man, get jacked, get into the best shape of your life, And my notes, I said, shit on these niggas. Like, for real, in everything you do, be great. Just try and be great. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, Number two, very important. Man, I'm just now really learning about this, but learn what self-love is and what it feels like. Like, it ain't, you know what I'm saying, just going out saying, oh, I deserve this burger and fry. But then you feel a little bit sluggish. You might have some instant gratification, but man, self-love is, you know, drinking water. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that you feel good. Self-love is getting enough rest. I know we in the hustle culture, but self-love is, you know, getting a massage, maybe taking the bath, um, stretching, taking time out maybe on a Sunday evening to wash your hair and clip your toenails and turn off your phone. Um, like self love is pouring back into yourself and whatever that means for you. And it's very easy, more than ever, probably in the history of forever, to forget about you, like what the true you needs. You know, it's almost like eating. Like sometimes you could just be eating and eating and eating, or like you think you're giving yourself self love. You're doing things, you're doing things, you're doing things, but it's like you're not really giving yourself self love. Just like you could be eating and eating and eating, and it's like, damn, I'm eating, but I'm not eating what my body needs. You know what I'm saying? My body's still craving something green, or I'm thirsty, like I want some water. You got to really realize what self love means for you. It ain't talked about in school. Parents really don't talk about it that much. Your friend circles, they really don't talk about it that much. But just really taking care of yourself, man. Thinking about yourself in the long run. And as well, right now, like sometimes you like, damn, man, I'm just so tired. But it's like, damn, you are fucking dehydrated, my guy. You ain't even drinking enough fucking water. Figure out what your body needs and keep yourself, you know, like just replenish. Give your body what it needs every day, like stretch. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself positive affirmation talks. Like really take care of you. Figure out what that needs sooner. Figure out what that means sooner than later, and you're going to have a lot more sanity. You're going to have a lot more success. You're going to have a lot more meaningful relationships. Because honestly, whether you rocking with somebody in a relationship or it's a friend, like you can't give what you ain't got. So you're going to have to learn how to give to yourself very well and make sure that your cup is full so that that cup can run it over. You feel me? So that was number 2. Number 3, don't be a follower and don't waste days away with drinking and smoking. That was kind of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I did music, not saying it's bad. Like you do what you want to do, but do it because it's what you want to do instead of it being what a crowd is doing and you feeling left out. Like be okay being that eyeball, you know. Um and time is like, especially when you're young, you got a long life ahead of you. But time actually, when you take a step back, it moves really fast. So you don't want to just, you drink too much, you smoke too much, then you get tired. Half the day you done try to figure out, I gotta go to the store to get a drink, then I gotta go to the store to get a wrap, then I gotta go find some weed, then I gotta go smoking and drinking. Now I'm tired and I gotta take a nap. And it's like so much time goes by, so you don't want that to be your days. And it's easy when you hang with people that do that can become your normal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just, yeah, don't be a follower. If it ain't what you want to do, then don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Be a fucking leader, because now you might be leading them. Almost like when they say, like, when you let your light shine, you give other people a permission to let their light shine. You give other people a chance to be like, well, you know what I'm saying? I really don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? I really ain't trying to fit into this crowd. So be okay being a leader, not being a follower. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to substances, because a lot of people, they do that shit just because they uncomfortable, and it's something to do. Like you go to a bar, easy to just say, okay, I need a beer just to hold in my hand. Cause you probably ain't about to get down and dance. And if you is about to get down and dance, you ain't, you probably not confident to do that sober. So it's like, it's kind of cool to, figure what life is without feeling like you need to be under, some sort of influence. Number 4, get as much money as you can and stack. You really ain't got a lot of obligations possibly when you're young, so it's prime time. Prime time. I love. Shout out Janelle Monáe and Miguel. Yeah, it's prime time, man, for you to work 80 hours a week. Like, get your bread up. You know what I'm saying? Like, future you is gonna appreciate you. Shit. A lot of times, man, if y'all just go crazy working when you first get out of high school, you go to college as well. Or when you get out of college, shit, by the time you my age, you can retire. A lot of people just can retire. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you gotta do. The quicker that you do what you gotta do, hold on, let me not fuck this up. The the longer it takes you to do what you gotta do, the longer you will have to do what you gotta do. But the quicker that you do what you gotta do, the quicker you'll be done doing what you gotta do. You feel me? Like just get it over with. But yeah, if I was, you know what I'm saying, like younger, I would just work, stack, and then understand investments. Like yeah, you could save money. It's good to have like an emergency fund, like 6 months. You got to figure out your budget. You got to figure out how much money it takes you to live. And I ain't talking about to go to see the point. You know what I'm saying? To go to the movies. None of that stuff. I'm talking about how much money does it take you to live. One of the best things I ever did was 1 month I wrote down everything that I spent money on. And I realized, damn, I'm spending as much money in my miscellaneous column as I am in my living expenses. Like you got to take a real look at that, see how much it is that it takes you to live, have that as your emergency fund. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like make as much money as you can, stack as much money as you can so that you can start investing money. And real good I just thought process is like stack your money, invest and invest your money so that into things that give you ROI, like return on investment. Like for instance, you can put your money, have your 6 months, like pay off your debts, get your 6 months or at least I'm saying like $1,000 into like an emergency fund. But then as you start investing money, say you go into dividend stocks, you start investing in dividend stocks, and then every every quarter they pay you back money, so now you getting money that could be your play money. You know what I'm saying? But to be able to have money, stack money, put money, as much money as you can in investments, so that now your investments start paying you and you get money from a lot of different places, like that is just fly. And I know a lot of wealthy people that live by those standards. But yeah, work as much as possible. I'm talking about 80 hours a week if you can, 60 hours a week, something like that. Whether it's on a job, what I'm saying, or your business, something that's going to be giving you money, man. Door I do that a lot. Y'all gonna see that a lot. DoorDash, Grubhub, man. Get your money however you can and just stack that shit up. That's number four. Number five. What kind? I guess that was number five. Work 60, 80 hours a week. You know. Oh no, 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 no. This is gonna be extra. Don't be too available. So work. So you're not available. They shouldn't always be like, oh, let me call Kim. I know she's at home. No, you are busy. You should never be that available. You know what I mean? People get used to people that's available. People should be excited when you come around. You know what I mean? The people who are the least available is the people that got shit going on for themselves. So you gotta be working, bringing in money, working on a skill set. Hey, I can't go out this weekend. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on something. Eventually, it'll get to a time where you can. You could choose. You can go out and still be having money coming in. But until you kind of get your life together, then don't be too available. Yeah, see your people. Make sure that you fill up that social cup that you need to. That's part of life is to be social. You know what I'm saying with people, but don't be too damn available. You know what I mean? Don't be the person that's always the hey, I'm coming over. Yeah, I know Kim's home, or let's go to the bar today. And we just went yesterday and we're gonna go tomorrow. And the next day we're gonna do this. Like, unless that's a person that you stacking with and y'all at least talking about some business or something valuable, then it probably ain't necessarily worth your time all like that. Number six, no way around failing. So fail often, fail quickly, and fail with game film mentality. Ain't no way you gonna try something and be great at it. You're gonna have to fail. I just started playing this new video game today. I suck ass at it. I am horrible. You know what I'm saying? But the quicker that I play the game and get my reps in, the quicker that I'll get good at it. And then that's when the game's gonna become like really, really, really fun. But yeah, so it's like, so start. Don't overplan. Don't try and look for the perfect time. Just start. Even this podcast, like I didn't have like an intro to it, just a dun 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 dun. But I started. You see what I'm saying? And that's perfect. And is this gonna be perfect? Is this perfect? Hell no. But I'm gonna start, and like I said at the end, fail with game film mentality is, like I said, I played ball. So whether we won or we lost the game, we sat in the film room and we dissected the film. So it's like, man, if you fail, go ahead, it's okay. But then look at the failure, look at what you did, and make improvements on it. Because there's no way around it. The whole goal, though, is to not make the same mistakes. Is to make the mistakes that you need to learn, you know, learn from them, correct them, and move forward. That's it. Get 1% better every day with everything that you do. All right. Number 7, stop chasing these babes. You got to pursue the bag and being great. Babes are like a complimentary side. I went to Olive Garden and I get the super salad. I just order super salad to go. They give me breadsticks with my soup and salad. These babes are just like that, just like the bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be the main dish. You got to focus on becoming and getting what you need to come like that main dish. Once you become the person that you want to, that, you know what I'm saying, that's worth admiring, the person of high value, the person that, has love to give, they gonna come. They gonna pop up. You know what I mean? And you're not gonna have to prove as much because it's like it's already energy is felt. You know what I'm saying? Once you know you the shit, it's felt when you walk into a room. You could be quiet and still everybody know you the shit. That you are of value. You're a high value individual. It's like just focus on yourself and stop focusing on these babes. Man, I chased so many babes. I can't say I chased so many babes, but I definitely was focused on the girls, coming up, just as like a lot of people, gay chicks are, were, guys are, even girls focusing on dudes. It's like, man, don't worry about that, man. Just level up, and the right ones, the hotties, man, they gonna flock to you once you become that person. But the more you have to focus and chase them, the less valuable you're looked at as. So shit, man. Don't worry about chasing and hanging out and trying to go to bars and clubs to look for babes. Like, put in that work. Elon Musk got Elon. Bezos, they got babes flocking to him. You feel me? Like, flocking. So it's like, focus on that yourself, not the babes. You know. Anywho, number 8, appreciate the days and early mornings as opposed to late nights. Like, that demon time is real. Like, what I like about getting up early is the domino effect. You know what I'm saying? Typically, you got to go to bed a little bit early to get up early. If you go to bed early, that's going to be less late night snacking, less boredom, less maybe going to clubs and lounges. You know what I'm saying? It's more energy because, hey, you get up early, it's quiet, you can get more accomplished. Then you get that sunlight. That sunlight is energy, that vitamin D. It's like, man, you ain't gotta do as much to get the energy as opposed to trying to be up late night getting shit done, having to have a Red Bull or people sniffing cocaine for the energy. You ain't gotta do all that. You know what I'm saying? But you do get peace. You get time to take care of things that needs to be taken care of, that needs focus. You get quiet time for yourself to think. Um, Early bird gets the worm. I mean, I get it. Sometimes it's not just the early bird that gets the word; it's the worm that knows themselves the best. But an early bird is getting a worm for the most part. You know. So getting up early, and I know it's easy when you're younger or when you're in certain lifestyles to stay up late, but I'm telling you, man, there ain't nothing like just getting up early and having fresh energy early and getting things done early, because by the time other people get up, I mean, damn near you could be finished with so much, you could damn near take a nap and have 2 days in one. You know what I'm saying? And that's the fly thing. Um, let's see here. Learn investing and budgeting. I think I went over that, but it's not just about saving, it's about investing. You try and save a dollar. Next year, that same dollar is going to depreciate. That dollar, what you could buy with a dollar today, next year you gonna need a little bit more money to buy that same thing. That makes sense. They just said the dollar store, Dollar General, one of them stores is going up to like $7, nothing more than $7. It's like, what happened to 99 cents and under? Y'all need to take the dollar out of the title of the store, out of the name of the store at this point. Yeah, I just need to be like mm, more than likely for less. That's the name of that store. That's what that store need to be called. But yeah, if I save a dollar and shit, let's say I save a dollar like years ago. I used to be able to buy a thing of Skittles for under a dollar. I think I went to the store and looked at Skittles and I'm like, I need more than a dollar for a bag of Skittles? Is you insane? Yeah, it's, it's pricey out here. And it ain't getting any cheaper. No, sir. All right. Um, and then budgeting. Like I even said before, man, you gotta know what it takes for you to live every single month. You'll get rich. You'll get money as long as you spend less than you make. Just make more than you spend. That's the key to the game. And part of that is budgeting. That's what debit cards, credit cards, sometimes it's a little dangerous because it's like you're just blindly swiping. I know money ain't, carrying around money ain't the it thing, but I mean, at least if you take out $50, $100, like this is all I got to spend. This is all that I'm going to be spending. You ain't going into your budget. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be in the red for the day. Feel me? But yeah, investing and budgeting. Number 10, learn how to cook. Not only saves money, but become self-reliant. So you're not looking for someone else to do something you can't do for yourself. Man, you got to learn how to cook. A lot of times they like, oh, I want somebody to cook for me. No, you should be able to cook for yourself. Not only that, again, you end up saving a lot of money being able to cook. Meal prepping. Like I was even just thinking the other day, because my mind be like sometimes just it can't help but just be money conscious. I spent, I don't know, maybe 40 some dollars or 20 some dollars, I can't remember, on some food. And I was thinking about eating out. Food would have cost that much. But it's like I also got some stuff for breakfast. I got some spices that I'm going to be using for months to come. I got some milk for the baby. The food that I got is definitely going to be some leftovers. So that goes into tomorrow's food. And it's like, it just makes more sense being able to cook instead of always eating out. Now, one thing I can say about eating out sometimes is it saves you time from actually cooking, prepping, washing dishes. But sometimes you got to sacrifice that. Like eventually you end up making money and somebody else could do that. Or it might make sense to eat out. But at least while you building, especially while you're in your 20s, like unless you'll make more money working that extra hour it takes to cook. Um like if I got something, a sales call, and I'm gonna make $100, it's either that or cook. I probably should take that sales call and eat somewhere out for $20 because that's a profit of $80. That's still, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the green $80. But for the most part, I mean, I could definitely cook and knock something else out in the day that I um was planning on knocking out anyway, like listening to a podcast, or something else. It really just doesn't take as long to cook. You know what I mean? And then if you get in the habit of meal prepping, which I'm not the best at, I could do good for like a day or two. But if you get in the habit of meal prepping, you really just spending like an hour or two one day, and that's taking care of you for extended days. You feel me? So that's it's just a nice little helpful skill that it help you save money, but at the same time, if you cook it for yourself, you ain't gonna have to find a significant other to just cook for you. Like, okay, I could do that for myself. I know how to, wash my clothes myself. Um, but yeah, so helpful skills, man. Getting them skills under the belt. live. We about halfway. Just want to say, since we are halfway, man, I appreciate y'all for watching. If you have watched thus far, I appreciate you. If you find some value, make sure that you click that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always gonna be something cool, something valuable. You know, and especially like me being I would say like more of a dominant female. I don't feel like it's a lot of us out here. You know what I mean? And it's very unique. Um Personalities, mindsets, and ideas, in a way that I don't think that is expressed a lot. There's a lot of females out there that express a lot of things that are a lot more feminine. So it just comes from a different perspective. It's a lot of great men out there that give advice, that give whether it's from fitness to life advice to us being role models. But like I am happy, taking the step into the arena as being a voice and a public figure, coming from somebody alternative lifestyle, having an alternative, a little bit more masculine female um spokesperson. Because again, I understand things from a woman's perspective, but I also understand things from a very um type A figure, dominant figure. Um yeah, so I feel like it'll be instrumental, you know what I'm saying? Y'all listening and peeping some game from me. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and stay in the loop. We're gonna get this second half underway. All right, number 11, live alone modestly, but get your own space. Figure out who you are without any influence. I do think, especially if you've been living under your parents' roof or with somebody else, it is important to have some time to figure out yourself, to make sure that you like the things that you like, for you really liking them, not just because it's something that you are used to. You know what I mean? Like you get to think about religion. You get to think about, oh my God, why am I using this detergent? Do I like to drink? Do I want to smoke? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are my thoughts like? If I just want the house to be quiet, what are the thoughts that are coming to mind? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to go to bed early. I don't have to worry about any distractions, anybody being loud. So it's like living by yourself and finding something modest. You know what I mean? Like, excuse me. I think I looked it up. God. Again, brought to you by Curious Elixir. Number 3. It ain't brought to us by it, but I like it, so I got it today with me for this show. But your living expenses, like your house, should be about 25% of your monthly take home. So say you take home about $4,000 a month, your rent or mortgage shouldn't be anything more than 1,000. Okay. And I think it went up to like 35% if you a little bit on the high end. So that might be like 1,250 or something like that, less than $1,300 a month. But that should be it for your housing expense. But again, maybe about a quarter, whatever you take home a month. Try and make sure that you can get a crib or pay some rent or a mortgage that is about a quarter of that, maybe 35% of your monthly take home. Um, and then see how you operate. And I don't care if it's 3 months, 6 months, a year. I think that is necessary for you to figure out yourself. So try and live by yourself, solo dolo. I would get a mentor. Man. Oh, life ain't meant to be done alone, and I am one of the main ones that's like, man, I want to figure it out myself. But man, if somebody else have done it before and can cut the time and the mistakes, like look out for that. You know what I'm saying? Look out for somebody that can help, somebody that you could talk to that's going to give you advice from being there and being more successful and having nothing to really gain from you being in their circle. You know, somebody who is living the life that you want to live. Like I would not take advice from anybody that I would not want to trade places with, from somebody that I do not admire. But I do feel like whether you're doing music, having somebody who's been in the game that can give you the game on a business or the game on how to learn this, how they play this instrument. Um a life coach, somebody who's telling you like, man, the way that you live in, like, you have so many more pockets for improvement. I think even some of the everybody that's making money, even these people got mentors. You got to look at these people who are doing it and ask yourself, it's like, what are they doing that I'm not doing? They have mentors. They have people telling them, sometimes they can get counsel from actually like hiring counsel or PRs or whatever the case is, but some of them just actually have mentors. Sometimes you got to pay for a mentor. I know I paid for a mentor and it definitely helped me to get out of a slump and see, okay, how is this millionaire living? They have a life that I actually really like. Man, sometimes you got to get around these people and see, it's like, damn, man, I'm living kind of like an average person, and I could be doing more. And when you're around, you are who you hang around. You make as much money as the people that you hang around. So it's like, man, if you hanging around somebody and getting advice from somebody that's there, that got money, that got success, that got influence, that got notoriety, and it's like you're gonna start, you know, okay. My dad used to say, "There's no, if you got point A and point B, two people, like, you're not going to keep this same distance. Either person A is going to bring you to them, or person B is going to bring you to them. And it's like, I know I'm not going to take down no A-lister, no millionaire. I'm going to rise to the occasion of the people that's in my circle, the people that I'm talking to, the people who's been there, done that, because they're hanging around other millionaires. They're hanging around other successful people. You know what I mean? So their weight being up there is way heavier than me being able to take them down. But me having a heavy weight, me talking to them and making sure, hey, I'm getting rid of a lot of these other distractions, but at least I got somebody to talk to who's there. They're gonna bring me up to that level. And it's like it cuts the time, it cuts the learning curve, it inspires you. You know what I'm saying? It gives you somebody to talk to, and we're all here to help each other. We're all here to serve. And some people make so much money that they like ain't shit for me to do but help other people. Like, I already got all the money. You know what I mean? So it's like I definitely would get a mentor, whether you a hooper, you know what I'm saying, a swimmer, a dancer, whether you're looking to be a doctor, a principal, a motherfucking influencer. It's good to get around people who are doing what you want to do and take advice from them. Um, yeah, baby. Let me see what else. I accidentally actually. Oh shit. Oh, I thought I deleted where I was, but I'm good. Number 13. Solidify a job long enough to get verified to get a mortgage and buy a fixer upper home. This is just my advice. Some people say you shouldn't buy a home. Some people say you should just rent. But you damn near sleep on couches, especially when you're 20. Like, you damn near sleep on couches. You'll visit people, sleep on couches. You'll sleep anywhere. So it's like your standard isn't necessarily ridiculously high unless you're coming from like a multi-million-dollar home, from that type of family. But by the time you're out of high school or out of college, you'll have my bad. So since you damn near sleep on couches and floors anyway, by the time you out of college or out of high school, out of college, say 4 years, say you right when you get out of high school or whatever the case is, maybe 4 years. By the time you out and you have enough groundwork in your business or job or whatever you've been doing, your property would have appreciated, and you can move with something in your pocket. Like, you could sell that fixer up or whatever home that you had. Like, I ain't gotta really do shit to this house and it's gonna appreciate. So it's like renting something for 4 years, staying somewhere, and the rent just goes up and up and up. I mean, you might as well just buy something. You know what I'm saying? Because you're probably gonna be making some money them years, more money, when you're 22 than when you're 18, so you can get another house, you can rent what you have out, or you could just sell it all together and just take the profits from that home appreciating and put that down towards something else. But I think it's good to put your money into assets and to have something. Like, I wasn't even thinking about assets in 2008, but I could have bought a home. Man, I would have had a home paid off. I would have been balling, but I just wasn't thinking about it. It was nothing that I was thinking about. I was just thinking about, music and girls and kicking it and who knows whatever else. But this is the advice that I'm giving you now, like investing into a home, man, it's just going to be so much more beneficial for you, especially if you can get a good interest rate. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of different loans that you can get. But I definitely say if you're younger, man, or whatever the case is, I will buy something and put some money into it, fixer upper, whatever the case is. It's not gonna be money wasted. You know what I'm saying? Always put your money into assets. All right, number 14, man. We almost there. We almost at 20. 14 things I would tell myself. You got to be okay being alone. And this is almost what I was saying as far as like living by yourself for a bit. Be okay being by yourself, even in a relationship. Like you ain't always got to be in a relationship. You ain't always got to be dating somebody. You could be by yourself. Like fall in love with yourself first. Date yourself. Figure out what you like to do, what you like to eat, what kind of movies you like to watch. You know, how you like to dress before you have somebody else telling you, I like that fragrance on you. All right, well, do you like it on yourself? Like, date yourself, get to know yourself, and be okay being by yourself so you can really level up, so you can figure yourself out, your mindset, what you want to do with your life. As opposed to like when you get into relationships, you sacrifice. It's just what people do. You want that for dinner? Okay, we can eat that for dinner. When you really want Chinese food, girl, get that Chinese food. Boy, go and get that pizza. You know what I'm saying? Like, be okay being alone. You know, everything has a season, um, and it's important for you to be able to weather the season of you being by yourself. Sometimes you say, "Why, God? You know what I'm saying? Why they break up with me? Why can't I find somebody?" Because you're not doing the work that you need to do for yourself in order to grow where you need to grow. It's somebody that you're supposed to be. It's something that you like you can offer the world. But if you're focused on other people, if you're not focusing on yourself and sharpening your axe or building what you're supposed to be building, it's like the world is missing out. So sometimes it's just time for you to spend by yourself so that you can, develop and blossom into the person that you need to be. And God knows, almost like, man, when I was doing me doing music, I'm like, shit, man, I can't understand why I couldn't get signed and shit wasn't popping off. And it's like, man, if I would have, I wouldn't have had to go through so many changes and so many no's and downs and like continue to reinvent myself and make myself stronger and stronger and stronger. So it's like sometimes you have to go through the valley, you got to go through the forest or the jungle, you got to go through the rain and the thunderstorms so you can develop a coat, tougher skin, so you can be stronger, so you can dig deep. Because maybe it is whatever you're supposed to be doing in life, man, is going to take a strong individual. And it's like you getting with somebody else, you're not strong enough to let that you come out that we need. You know what I'm saying? So it's like be okay being by yourself. It's actually a blessing, you know. Like my house is empty right now. And I say I love my family. My house is empty right now. If my son was here, he'd probably come in here and I wouldn't necessarily be as focused potentially. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta take these moments of being alone as a blessing. Number 15. And this is what I just said. I wouldn't get into a relationship until I had proper self-love, a consistent routine I follow religiously, and I'm happy with my career, finances, feeling established. Get And I said, get your rocks off. Like I know some of y'all gonna have sex. I could say be a celibate. I guess y'all gonna get your rocks off. We all know that. Most of y'all. But being in a, a ride or die ass relationship before you're ready isn't necessary. You ain't got to jump the gun. You ain't got to rush anything. Like, get your life together, establish a routine. Remember, I was talking about getting up early, you know, having your non-negotiables. Like, I get up, I brush my teeth, I'll work out, take my vitamins, I'll do this. Like, have that set in stone before you get with somebody who wants to stay out all night. And then it's like you're off your rocker now. I would definitely be know what I want in life or be working on figuring out what I want in life. I'll be working on my finances. I will know how to budget, before I get in a relationship, because ain't nothing worse than two people who ain't got shit going on that is just flopping in the wind, getting together. You putting extra strain on a relationship that's not needed, unneeded. So definitely figure yourself out first. Get into your routine, have your non-negotiables, have your finances in order if you can. It's a beautiful thing if you can get with somebody and they be with you, from ground up, from starting at the bottom and then you there. That would be beautiful. But try your best to not be out here just searching for that person when you ain't got your life together, because that's selfish. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really got to get yourself together to give whoever it is that you want. You can meet the right person at the wrong motherfucking time. You know what I'm saying? It'd be unnecessary stress that is added to that relationship. So it's like, really just focus on yourself. Get yourself together. And again, it'll be so much easier attracting the person that you want to be with, the person that is for you. And you give them the best opportunity to love you and really get to know you without seeing a cloud over your head or seeing you kind of struggle putting your life together or figuring things out, which is okay. It's all part of the process, you figuring it out. But it's best that you get the ball rolling and, what I'm saying, your feet kicking first before you just jump in with somebody. All right. uh, Number 16, minimize as far as like clothing, space, and your mind. um you ain't gotta have 18,000 pieces of clothes. You know what I mean? You don't have a whole bunch of shit around you in your space. Like, what do you need? You know what I mean? You don't need to have a whole bunch of things on your mind. Minimize whatever doesn't belong, whatever you are holding on to, man, get rid of it. Be okay with having minimum, and not from a place of scarcity as far as like, you just ain't got it. It's no, choose to not have it. Choose to give your mind space. It's funny because a lot of successful people, they wear like the same shit, because your brain, you only have the capacity to make so many decisions in a day. So having a lot, I got to decide what to eat, I got to decide what to wear, I got to decide what to post, I got to decide what to do for my business, I got to, it just, and then the house is a mess, and then my space is a mess where I create. Like, I'm got a vlog, I'm gonna put that up, but I had to redo my whole room. Like, I had my drum set in here. I had to get my drum set out because it's like it's just too much space in here. Way too much space in my not I'm sorry, it's taking up way too much space in my room. And it was just uncomfortable. I had to get that out because I need to breathe. I'm the type of person, I need space and opportunity in my space to create. Yeah, I could create in a very uncomfortable space, but I don't want to. Now I run in here. I can't wait to be in here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna stub my foot on something or have to scoop my chair around to do this, that, and the third. No, I want my space to have what it needs in there, and that's it. I want, my mind to not be cluttered. I don't want to have 18,000 clothes. Like, I typically wear a few pieces. You know what I'm saying? And I like it. Like, I'm wearing either something Peace Baby, Kim Joyce, you know what I'm saying? Like, something that I've either created or some of my favorite pieces, and that's really it. And when you take all that extra shit out of there, you got more room for creativity, more room for thinking, more room for ideas. So just minimize. Number 17, I will read daily. I know they got audiobooks too, which is cool, but reading daily is like, man, you giving your eyes a break from the blue ray, from the radiation, from the phones. And you get a lot of ideas, whatever it is that you're doing in life. You get a lot of ideas, you get better vocabulary, you're keeping your brain sharp for, you know, later you was gonna appreciate that. But it's like the sharper you can be in everything that you do, man, the better life is gonna get. Because once people graduate, like once people finish 12th grade, they stop reading. They stop motherfucking working out. They stop doing a lot of things that help them to grow to that point. So it's like if you can keep your foot on that gas, you will be one of the smartest people in the room all the time. You will have unlimited ideas. You will have a great vocabulary. And all those things is sexy. All those things add to you getting the person that you want, getting the job that you want, you writing the lyrics that you want. You feeling good about yourself. It's like sometimes, man, we feel bad because we're not accomplishing things. But it's like if you could have certain things in your life that you do daily, it's like you could feel like a top dog. Like with some of the things I said, working out, getting the best shape of your life. If you're working out, if you're taking care of yourself and understanding self-love, if you're reading daily, no, you know, no, you didn't do anything great, but you're still accomplishing. You're moving the needle forward. So it's like, man, keep your foot on that gas and continue to read. It's a reason why a lot of things were put in books because motherfuckers don't fucking read. Read. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. Um, let me see here. We only got three more. All right, 18. Work on mindset, being positive and limitless. Even if you have to say affirmations, consume quality info from quality people like YouTube or podcasts, really dig into self-help topics. Like one of the books. Ooh, oh, speaking of books and stuff, like one of the books that helped me out is Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude. It's a great book, you know. Um, it's not till you read books like this that you realize, like, damn, I ain't as positive as what I could be, you know? And like the more positive that you approach a situation with, the higher the probability that it's going to work out in your favor, you know? And there's certain techniques, affirmations, writing things down, saying that you're going to achieve things, setting a goal and reverse engineering it into your daily habits. Like, hey, I want to make um make a chocolate cake. I'm gonna make a chocolate cake. Okay, well, what's the ingredients? How much the ingredients cost? Okay, so that means what we have to do. What stores have this? So I just need to go to Kroger. Okay, you know what I mean? Like it's just reverse engineering whatever the goals are. But a lot of times, man, your mind is so powerful and it's so easy. Like the other day, man, I had a moment and I couldn't do something because it was like my baby, he wanted my attention. I felt like I was behind schedule on something. I wanted to get it done. And I was like, damn, you know what? I'm just not gonna, it's just not meant for me to do this. Like whatever I said, it was very negative. And I realized at that moment how easy it is to say something negative as opposed to sometime how difficult it is to actually believe things are gonna work out. Like I said it so effortlessly, that you got to be careful with that. Like you got to start saying things are going to work out effortlessly, like you believe it, like you're sure of it, because that's the way things are panning out. And that takes practice. It's easier said than done, trust me. But it's something we're not taught in school. It's something that a lot of times we're not taught in our households. But the way that you speak, the way that you think, the way that you treat yourself, like that's the starting point of everything, of all actions. It's like you got to think at first and then your actions follow. So and make sure that you're speaking positive and you're thinking limitless, that you can achieve anything. Like you really can achieve anything. All you got to do is put the time and effort into it. The hardest thing is being consistent, you know what I'm saying, and not letting the negative you talk you out of it. Like you just got to show up for yourself every day with enthusiasm. You're not going to be motivated, you know what I'm saying? But that's why it's important to form habits and to be positive and to know your why. And then that's going to help you to achieve your goals. But you got to think of yourself as limitless. Like, man, if have you ever just looked outside at the stars and the sky, man? It's like it's so big, it's so vast, and I'm here. Like all the people that could have been born, out of the possibility of all the people that could have been born, most people will never be born. They like it's disgusting how much of a lottery ticket we are just being alive right now. And why not think of yourself as limitless? Like the faith of a mustard seed. Like all these things is amazing out here. So it's like you got to be made in that same amazingness. So you got to think of yourself as limitless. There is no fucking ceiling. There is no to the shoot for the stars. You know what I'm saying? It's shoot to what is some of these what's past the stars? You know what I mean? Like you gotta think like that. And it's so easy. We live in a world, it's so easy to put a box around. I don't even put a box on the type of music I do. I just do music, whatever I feel like it. You know what I mean? Like there's no boxing me into anything. Everything is limitless. I can make as much money as I want to make. You know how good that feels just saying that? I can make as much money. I can make $1 billion. You know, I can have a mansion on the water. Yeah, if I want, if that's what I want, that's what I'm gonna get. I can have 10 cars in a garage, a 10 car garage. You know, I you got to think of yourself as limitless and you got to be positive because I'm pretty sure 99% of the world thinks negatively. More often than not, they're not in control of their thoughts, their emotions. You know what I mean? And they're setting their bar. If they're setting a bar at all, it's just enough for them to obtain. It's really not anything outside of their comfort zone. So be the 1%, be the unicorn, be somebody unique when you're setting your goals and how you think, and just watch what happens, man. You're even gonna feel better. You got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And sometimes it's so easy to just say, like, I guess I'll get a job and I'll make $50,000 a year. No, fuck that. I want to make about 11 million. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. And it's money out there to get. It's everything's out there to get, but you got to raise your vibration to the vibration of whatever it is that you want. It's out there for you already. You just vibrating at the $50,000 a year vibration or the $20,000 a year vibration, and a lot of that is due to your mindset. So you got to step that up, man. So I would definitely tell my 20-year-old self that. And I think we just got two more, y'all. Travel. Get out of your environment and explore. Like on a small level, sometimes you could be feeling like shit, man. If you just get out the house and go outside, you'll feel better. Let alone to a whole nother city, man. Fuck around and go to the water. Just go ahead to the water. You like, damn, I guess I can be the president. And I heard this one thing on Instagram. It was so powerful. The lady was like, go on the trip. You will make the money back. The money will come back to you, but the time won't. Preach. Preach. The time will not come back. Man, when I was in high school, and I don't know, I guess I still think about this. We senior trip, everybody went to Cancun. I decided to go to a basketball tournament. Did that basketball tournament do anything exciting for me? No. Did we win it? I can't even remember. Would I have remembered Cancun? Yes. And the crazy thing is, I think it was my decision to not go to Cancun. Or maybe I just didn't think that my parents would say yes, so I didn't try at all. But damn, I should have went on that trip. I'm on the whole no regret type tip. Get outside of your environment, go on the trips, see the sights, see the attractions, and just have faith that the money's going to come back. Be willing to work for it and be willing to get the money back after the trip. But at the same time, man, you just gotta get out of your environment and see something new sometimes. See people what they eat, see people and how they're treating each other, see the different attractions. Like sometimes you see the same thing so much, it just puts you in a box and it puts you in a depression. Man, I know people that never left the damn west side of damn Detroit. I know people that never left Youngstown, Ohio. You know what I mean? Let alone going to Miami, let alone going to seeing the mountains in Colorado, you know what I'm saying? Or being on Venice Beach in California. That'll change your life, man, going to Venice Beach. You seeing people working out outside, people on fucking skates and shit, surfing, the eatery, the weather, the palm trees, man. Just see a palm tree. But be from motherfucking Detroit, from Michigan, and then go somewhere and see a palm tree. You like life is good, you know? And it's like you just got to get out of your environment, get out of these walls, get off this street, get out of this side of town. You know what I'm saying? Go somewhere different and guarantee like your mind will open up more. And that's a guarantee. Now, I guarantee that. Money back guarantee. And number 20. Can we get a drum roll? Damn, I took my drum set upstairs. I got my drumsticks over there. But we ain't gonna do the most. Not today. Number 20. 20 things I would tell my 20-year-old self. Get your emotions together. What's the environment or how you carry yourself, but get your emotions together. As much stuff as I see on TV about people crashing out over, I told my wife the other day, please don't kill me over no bullshit. People are doing like killing people over the little road rage. The McDonald's, somebody got stabbed at McDonald's, man, and God rest all these people. So, but we're not teaching emotional intelligence, emotional accountability in schools. You know, how quick, and don't get me talking about technology, how people figured out scientifically how to keep your attention, the radiation. It's so many different things that's already messing with people, mind you, and as well, like we don't take the time to meditate and to get our breathing and get our emotions together and to um figure out, what triggers you and how to combat those triggers. You're accountable for yourself. I like to say, like, I used to substitute kindergarten, and they be in there fighting. Boy, oh boy, kindergarten is off the chain. But they be in there fighting, and I tell them it's like, oh, he made me say he made me mad. So now he controls you. If you can't control your emotions, whoever's making you mad, now they control you. If I know that I can make you mad, I'm gonna make you mad every day. That's why people talk shit in the rain. That's why people talk shit on a basketball court, because it's gonna work for some people. Some people it's not gonna work for, but for the majority, it's gonna work. You're in control of your emotions. Emotions are only emotions. You know, it doesn't mean that you have to respond. It doesn't mean that you have to react. But at the same time, it's like you can't let somebody get you upset, somebody get you sad. Happiness, like, you're in control of your happiness. You got to figure out what makes you happy. And this is set apart from money. If the money's there, if the money's not there, you still got to learn how to be happy. That's an emotion that you have to learn to have regardless. Like, I'm happy to even learn from this mistake and get the money back. You know what I'm saying? I'm still happy that I have a family or a house or breath in my body. The money is not the happiness. The person you dating is not the happiness. The success that you have, that is not the happiness. That is a result. Those are just results or consequences, you know what I'm saying? But the emotion of happiness, that's up to you. What makes you happy every day? You got to figure out your why. You got to figure out, maybe it's, hey, going outside. I like to try and go for a walk every day in the sun. I like to get sunlight in every day because it's something that scientifically will make you happier. I like to work out as much as possible because it's something that makes me happy, you know I like to eat French fries occasionally. It's something that makes me happy. You know, I love to spend time with my family. It's something that makes me happy. I like to read the Bible. I like to read certain Bible verses every day because it's something that makes me happy. It's something that gives me some grounding. It's like you got to find what your happiness is, because emotionally, if somebody can get you upset, man, that's a bad look. You know what I mean? And you are in trouble. You are in control of you, and you got to take that very seriously. Like, fuck these emotions. Forget them. Forget about it. It is what it is. They whatever. You got to control it. It's you. You are so much more stronger than these feelings that come through. And just something that you have to learn to take accountability for. And again, it's something that's not going to be taught in school. It's something that people are going to try and exploit as much as possible, through food, through what you see on TV, through people that just is hurt people, and people just talking shit for you for no reason. You got to learn, whatever it is, meditation, working out, affirmations, getting sunlight, like changing your environment, whatever the case is, like, you got to learn how to control yourself and to, you know, get your emotions in order. And that's just a quick little 20 things. Like I think I might do it again. I probably have some more things to add to the list, but that's a good little 20. If I miss something important, if you think I missed something important, make sure that you put it down below. So when I do it again, we can make sure that we add it to the list. Because again, each one teach one, and it's about us helping each other to navigate this thing called life. So my name is Kim Joyce, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is my very first episode, official episode, of the Peace Baby podcast. And yeah, man, y'all check me out if you guys need some coaching or somebody to talk to or want a community. Y'all make sure y'all check in the description. Like I do coaching, but at the same time, man, I got a Discord community in which we're talking about books to read. I do fast, like I've done water fast, juice fast, and everything's really about just having the best life you can. You know what I mean? Really pushing you to your potential. You know what I mean? And man, just finding like-minded individuals who want the best for themselves. Okay, I want you to have the top 1% life that you can have. So that's what this channel is about. And just keeping it real. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. All right, y'all. Kim Joyce. I am signing out again. Shout out, Curious. This is what I'm drinking today. Non-alcoholic beer. If y'all want to try it, I'll put like a link below just so y'all could try it out. It's like some bougie shit. You gotta drink it like this. It's acquired, but that's the ashwagandha one, man. That's my favorite. Shout out ashwagandha. Ashwagandha. All right, y'all. I love y'all. It's Kim Joyce checking out, man. I love you. I'm rooting for you. I'm praying for you. And we're going to go ahead and end this stream just like that. Bye.